Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're back. We finally have a guest. Dude, for the past, 2 weeks, people have canceled. I'm talking about, 10 minutes before we start.
Story of my life.
Adiel, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Hell yeah, dude. Congrats. I just saw today you dropped a comic book. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, well, it's funny. It's almost finished. So it's not. We just kind of pushed it out to the public in a promo sizzle type real thing, just letting the people who follow to the streets know that we're coming out with a comic book called To the Streets, first edition, teaming up with a dope duo. Comic book sketch artists known as Life on Saturn Comics, who have been doing this for a while. I think they were on and off for a bit, but I'm pretty sure 10 years. They're really great comic book artists and illustrators. One of them sketches the comics, and then the other one paints over it and illustrates over it using Adobe Illustrator, and I'm probably a bunch of other graphic design applications. But me and my boy Isaiah Mueller, shout out Isaiah Mueller, we decided to write a comic book right after pretty much we ended the season 1 of To the Streets comic sketch series, comedy sketch show. You can check that out on pretty much all platforms. And the premise of that show was a sketch podcast. So we'd write a sketch for a comedian as the character that they kind of portray on and off the stage, that most of us see. And then, so we write a sketch for them, and then we have them on the podcast as the character they are in that sketch.
Ah.
And we did about 7 episodes, and kind of ended in a big finale. And we're working on, kind of building out the universe for it. So we decided to take a crack at making a comic book version of it and seeing how we can explore that realm of myself and Isaiah in this To the Streets universe. We kind of like building it out, and in the comic book it's going to be taking place in New York, but it's called New York City, and we have a bunch of different wacky characters in it that in real life you'd need CGI and stuff like that. But we're excited. It's going to be coming out probably before Christmas, so we'll be able to get it as a Christmas present.
That's
what I'm
beautiful.
saying? Yeah, for the holidays. So stay tuned.
Are the characters in the comic book similar to the characters that you had written for the people on the podcast?
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away.
Okay.
But we do have a recurring character, but most of the characters are actually new.
Okay.
Just because we didn't want it to make it repetitive if we were going to do a season 2 of To the Streets. We just wanted to be different and authentic every time we do it. So, we kind of wanted to be more creative with this and try to get as many wacky, zany characters. We got villains in it. We got just wacky characters. We have mutant type characters in it. One of the characters is called Dolph Man. And me and Isaiah kind of team up again in this To the Streets universe and placed in New York City to take them on. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a comedy, action adventure storyline, but shout out again to Life on Saturn Comics for really doing a great job making it so surreal and great looking. And when we were writing out the comic book, we didn't really know what to expect once we were gonna see it, and they just did a great job kind of capturing us, how we were in the sketch show, in the live action sketch show. And which we had rotoscope in that and animation in that too. just to kind of catch the appeal and, also create wacky, zany characters as well. But yeah, we wanted to definitely take a crack at making a comic book because we really thought that we could build out the To the Streets universe in a way that was just different, but also took on the shape of New York.
Yeah.
Because New York is just full of so many wacky, zany characters, and still making it a comedy and a dope comic book. And I feel like, it's more like I would say Kevin Smith-esque type.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Love
like,
Kevin Smith.
yeah. But in terms of, it's an indie based comic, and so we kind of we found life on Saturn Comics at Caffeine Underground, and because they had a pop up of all different comic book artists there, kind of trying to push out their comic books. And Life on Saturn, they make their own comic books, and we loved their artwork. We loved the way they drew out characters and also the dialogue in their comics. So we were just like, yeah, we should definitely collab with them and see if they would like our book and to draw it out and to make it. And they did a great, fantastic job. So shout out to them.
How long did it take you guys to write the story out? And is it like you guys sitting together, or is it like a document and you're working?
Yeah,
on
no,
own?
we always when me and Isaiah collab, we're always together for the most part. And if we have to do it AFK, then we're almost always like on FaceTime or just hopping on a call or whatnot. But it took us probably about to write it out, just because we'd have so much stuff going on. But I would say about a month or two to really write it out.
That's pretty fucking quick.
Yeah. Because just like condensing all the time that we weren't able to meet up in regards to that. We were working on a bunch of different projects at the time too, but this is the one thing that we really wanted to come to fruition, so we were happy it did. And it was a different media to write, a different medium to write for, because when you're writing a comic book, you have to do it panel by panel. It's not like a screenplay. It's not like a script or for a sketch or anything like that. So we really had to like think about how much we can fit into a page and still be brief, like
concise.
Yeah. Still, we just met with Life on Saturn Comics this last weekend on Sunday to do an interview of them, and they were just like, yeah, they thought we did a great job writing it out, because we were really fine-tuned with what we wanted to say on each panel. And the fact that, you never want to think that your audience is dumb.
Right.
You want to, they know what's going on. So we really tried to punch up the jokes, but to make sure the storyline was readable and you could be able to follow along and everything makes sense at the end. So
right.
And then still, trying to keep to the theme of To the Streets, because we like to go big and just put out the craziest shit that we can think of. So
yeah. Well, that was my next question on like how different it was writing basically a book versus a sketch, because you do, you're a pretty creative person. You do a bunch of different things.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, we haven't even talked that you do stand up yet, which is how we met.
I know, man. I was gonna say, did you get these mics at the tiny cupboard? Yeah. That's where we first met, dude.
Yeah, dude, you were like the first comic that I met here that I actually spoke to when I first moved here.
Yeah, that's sick. That's awesome.
Because you used to host the 3 and the 4 over there, and I was, My bike's over there. Sorry, it's usually hung up there. I would it was close, so I'd ride my bike there, and then I would go to work right after. So I mean, I saw you a bunch of times.
I remember, dude. You were like the most consistent one, man. I was proud, dude. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, for the comic, so the comic book's gonna probably be about like 12 pages, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
But we really wanted to do something new, with every panel, and because we were able to kind of go back and forth. Well, the way me and Isaiah work is we like to idea bounce, but we'll always like try to up the ante on each idea, you know? So it's always fun to write with him. And I think the difference between like writing this and writing a sketch is like a sketch, like me and Isaiah will also collaborate on sketches, and he'll write a sketch and then I'll just do a pass on it and then it's like done. Or I'll write a sketch and he'll do a pass on it and it's like done. And then we send it to whoever we want to play the roles and then see if they like it. For this, we have to like go back, read what we already had.
Yeah.
Like keep kind of fine tuning, keep kind of being like, all right, where should this scene go next, you know, to make it like really pop out to the reader and make them want to turn the page. And because it was much longer than an average sketch you see on social media, it was more time and thought had to be put into it, because normally when we do sketches it takes about like a week, maybe even less, like a couple days to write, whereas this took like a couple months, a month or two. So
Right. Yeah. So it's interesting because stand-up is the ultimate in independent creativity, art, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
It's one of, especially for performance art. Unless you're Tracy Chapman, who plays that. Have you seen the video of her at Wembley Stadium?
No.
Oh my God, dude! We'll pull that up in a second.
Pull it up.
Dude, it's like, and it's just her with a guitar singing fast. It's so sick.
Sick.
But anyway, to go from that and then like the complete flip side is, collaborate with somebody. It's, on things that are a little bit longer than a 5-minute set, it's interesting that you do both. Now, was stand-up first, or were you making films first, or
Stand-up was first.
Stand-up was first.
Yeah.
Back home.
Yeah, I did it. At the time I was working at a liquor store.
Nice.
And my buddy of mine said he just made this beer. And he made it at this place called Robot Brewing Company, which is like a few blocks down the road from where we were working at. So we went over.
Oh, wait, hold on. We found her. Sorry.
Hey. So we went over after we closed the shop, after we closed the store. We went over to Robot Brewing Company and we tried his beer.
Yeah.
It was good. And we saw that they were having an open mic. In the front, because they brewed the beers in the back, so they were having an open mic in the front. So we went out to the front and we were just drinking and watching the open micers, and an open mic is. So we were just
had a great time.
going back and forth with each other, joking around, and then I did my first time. I think the following week, because I wanted to go back and really take a crack on it. A lot of people think I say things and I'm joking, and I'm just like, nah, I meant that shit.
Yeah.
So I really went back and that was an experience in and of itself. But then I kept going. I went, I think, a couple more times, and then I moved to New York to do it.
Oh man, so it was just a couple times in Florida before you moved here. Oh shit. Is it not working?
Yeah, she might have some money.
Okay. Well, that's all right. If we get, yeah, but we want to see the crowd. Look at that crowd, dude. That crowd's insane. It's like what DMX was at Woodstock, that one video, the famous one, where it's like he's in front of a country. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Drop, open up shop.
Yeah, dead ass, dude. That was my guy. I remember being an angsty 18-year-old, just mad listening to that. Oh fuck! I didn't even realize that.
DMX shirt on, man.
I didn't even realize that.
Representing. DMX RIP, man. He's one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely the voice. Okay, so Florida, you do it a couple times at a brewery, and that was the only one that was in the area.
Yeah, I think there might have been one. I'm trying to think if there was one in like Delray Beach that I hit before I moved up, but I think we just went and watched. I don't think I actually did it there. So yeah, it was just like the couple times at the brewery.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny when you first think to do it. You're like, well, I'm gonna watch it a couple times,
right?
Because you're nervous, obviously, and then you finally do it, and you're like, wow, I had nothing. And then you do it so many times where you're like, I can't believe I was ever nervous to do this. Like this, like,
well, it's funny because you're thinking about like you're not thinking you're nervous before you go up. Like I mean, when I first started, I had here's my thing. I had such inspiration early on in my childhood because I grew up watching and listening to comedians like Louis Black and George Carlin and Patrice and all those guys that it was like I could do this, but like at the same time it was like if it was in front of people that I knew, then I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
That was more like I should not do this. Back then, but yeah, you live and you learn, and it was now it's like I can't believe I was ever nervous to do this. But then when you start making it here, and you start getting booked on shows, when that was happening for me, that's when I was like, all right, it's showtime. Like I gotta,
Yeah.
like the adrenaline rush came more.
Yeah,
for sure.
I get what you're saying. Right. And then even that goes away until you get to the next,
right,
whatever the next thing is. You know?
Yeah.
Like
which you never know, which is also exciting.
Right. Like after doing a bunch of, eventually get used to bar shows.
Yeah.
Right. And you're not nervous for those anymore. And then you get used to,
right,
the late show at a comedy club. And then you get used to a primetime show. And that's, and then it grows theaters and all that shit. But, so yeah, I remember when I was a kid, because I think we're like the same age, right? I'm 28. Oh, no? No.
Close. We're close.
No.
We're close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we were younger, fucking Comedy Central Presents was like the thing, dude. I would watch pretty much that only.
Yeah.
That, and then obviously we were at the beginning of YouTube as well. Mm-hmm. So you could just watch, I could watch endless hours of George Carlin, or like I was 8. Yeah. And I'm watching Sam Kinison and
man, Sam Kinison.
It's wild.
Yeah, one of the greatest. Yeah. Love
him.
Rodney. Yeah. I love those old time comics because I feel like watching this new generation of comedians, it's like there's such a gap in terms of like what comedians talk about nowadays compared to like how simple times were back then.
Right.
That it's like most comedians now just talk about being on their phones and stuff, which I don't get me wrong, I have that material too, but it's like back then, no, you actually had to talk to somebody, and you know what I'm saying? You had relationships you had to deal with on a day-to-day basis that they could draw from,
Right.
And then whenever they'd see something on the news, that was newsworthy to say in a bit because it's like this, whereas people are so, I feel like, desensitized by the news now that it's like, they'll talk about like their opinions, but it's like they don't have like an actual intuitive thought about it. Right.
And then people get wrapped up in just making it about their own opinion, and it's not funny anymore.
Right.
Like if you're going to do the political satire thing, there's definitely a lane for it. Everyone knows that, but it's a very fine line to where it's like you're preachy. You're kind of being annoying.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's not funny,
And Sam Kinison's like one of the only ones who could really pull that off back in the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You mean like satire?
Just like I think he like his dad was a preacher or something, or he grew up in the church, and like and that was he would always like talk to the audience like, don't give him the fucking food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he was very like he would not crowd work.
No, God.
Yeah,
no. You ever see his Letterman set?
I think it was either Carson or Letterman that he was on that I saw.
The Letterman one, he's like, because you watch a late night set forever, the guy goes out and still today goes out and doesn't move. Just does his shit and doesn't move. Kinnison is going into the audience. He's walking all around. He's screaming in people's faces.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't give a fuck, dude.
No. Love that. That to me is so raw.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Just having that balls. But that was also that group, right? Because it was like him, Hicks, fucking Dennis Leary, I guess. That guy's a prick. But, apparently he's a prick. But you can see how they kind of worked on, specifically those two guys, Hicks and Kinnison, where it was like, because Hicks would scream and yell, but he kind of didn't give a fuck if you were on board with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was going to say whatever he was going to say.
Yeah.
Whereas some other comics, want you on their... Like, when you listen to, like, Stanhope or something, he kind of brings you along.
Right.
Whereas...
Takes you on a journey.
Yeah, whereas Hicks is like, fuck you, I'm just going to... It's like punk rock. I'm just going to scream it at you.
Yeah.
And that's the deal.
Yeah. And sometimes I mean, that's how, like, Lewis Black is, too. Like, he'll just scream at you. But
he's like an angry old guy. That's
he's
what
an
I
angry
imagine.
old guy, and I fucking love it, dude, because that's who I feel like I really am. But,
under that young skin.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like, I got this huge fucking beard, but I'm just like a fucking, yeah.
I know, dude. You're big dogging me on the beard. You might be the bigger beard.
I like yours, too, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really well shaped.
Oh, thank you, man.
But, no, so Lewis Black, he came out with this special in 2020. I think it was called "Thanks for Risking Your Life for This" or something like that, and because it was right out the brink of COVID. And I just watched it recently, and I've never laughed so hard in my entire life. He did this genius thing where he yelled at the audience for saying why he liked the president, Trump, and it was because and when the audience kind of like took it back, like they didn't vote for him. But he was just like, fuck you voted for him. There's more of you than there is of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did that genius maneuver where he was like, automatically, you're on my side. Because there's one of me with a microphone. You paid to see me. Fuck you. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's but he's been doing it for so long that, he can, you can see the experience come out. So.
Yeah. Well, it's just like any other fucking entertainment thing, dude. Anytime it's like a weird. I hate to use the word hypnosis, but you ever go to a baseball game and a sound plays and everyone knows what to do? Like, da 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 da. Everyone goes char. Like,
right.
I'm always in awe, and I love going to baseball games. But I'm always in awe at a baseball
Dodgers
game.
fan or Yankees fan, Mets fan? What?
Well, I'm from Rhode Island, so I guess
Right.
Red Sox.
Red Sox.
I guess.
Fuck
I don't
you.
care that much.
Sorry, I'm a Yankees fan.
Okay,
for sure,
gotcha.
yeah.
From Florida? Wow,
Yeah, well,
interesting.
I mean, my family's from Yonkers.
Oh, really?
so
Okay.
They're from New York.
Gotcha.
Half my family, and then, I kind of grew up just being a Giants, Yankees, Knicks fan.
You got us on that one, the Giants.
Rangers, yeah.
Yeah. The time the Patriots lost back-to-back. Man.
Dude. The greatest moments in sports right there.
That was nuts, dude. To what? A 10-6 team? At least one of the times. I'm pretty sure the
10 and
Giants
16
were...
against what? Like an undefeated? Dude, I'm pretty sure like the line on those games were so stacked against the Giants. They were like so like heavily underdogged that it was like people didn't give them a chance. So I was like the people who bet on those games like fucking big. So
fucking wild, dude.
yeah, it was. I watched those games too, and I mean, because like the last two, I didn't even watch. Like I don't give a fuck about Philly.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were like because it was like it was the team that was like the last in the wild card versus like the before going to the playoffs,
dynasty.
the projection to win the Super Bowl. You know, it's like
Yeah, it's so funny growing up as a Patriots fan. Like everybody hating the Patriots, everyone shitting on Tom Brady. He's a pussy. He gets all these calls.
But at least you didn't bandwagon. At least you were there for the tough times because they were not a good team in the early, like 90s. Like going. I mean, I'm pretty sure they won their first Super Bowl 2001 or something like that.
2001, I think. Yeah, and then 3 and 4. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny now that the Chiefs are that team. Everybody hates the Chiefs because they keep winning. Patrick Mahomes gets all the fucking calls. You can't touch him. That's what I feel. I'm not really in the sports world anymore, but I feel
yeah,
like...
me neither.
Yeah.
I kind of like... I mean, ever since I wanted to make a career and wanted to do this, I'll look at it for material now, which is so like psychotic the way I think now.
Isn't that crazy?
But Mahomes. I feel like Mahomes isn't there. I feel like Mahomes has more competition than Brady did. Because Mahomes. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson. You got who's doing the Bills now?
Allen, right? Jared Allen.
Jake,
is that his name?
Jake Allen.
Josh Allen. We don't know shit,
Whatever
dude.
the fuck his name is.
Next, we're going to talk about the economy.
Yeah. We have no fucking clue what's going on there, you know? NVIDIA.
Yeah. What is that? That sounds like a medicine, but I know it's something else. I know it's more powerful than that. It's like chips or something.
Yeah. Just talk about chips for the next.
Yeah.
Lay's has a great brand now.
Yeah. Did you know what I bought the other night that I am still upset about? I bought Doritos in a Pringles can. Have you seen those? Now there's no competition. There's no honor amongst thieves as far as corporations go.
Are they shaped like Pringles?
No, they were mini. They were minis, but they were like in a tall like Pringles can. And my fat ass was like, I could fucking...
And they were shaped like Doritos.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was Doritos in it. Dude, there's like...
They sell those at the bodega?
Yeah. What? Yeah, Doritos makes them.
I got to cop one of those.
Yeah. It's so weird, dude. You can get Dorito flavored Lay's.
That's weird.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
What happened? I thought when I was a kid, it was like the companies would talk shit about each other on commercials. They'd sneak this.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, our burgers aren't square, right? Shit on Wendy's. And now they all just do collabs with each other. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it becomes where I guess from competition to just substitute good. So it's like like they have more, and you gotta think about like too where the companies stand. I guess like if they're in trouble or not. And it's like it's a better option if we collab with them and keep them in because a bit more barrier to entry, from like outside.
Right.
Think about that. I feel like CEOs, they have a lot to think about on a daily basis.
Yeah,
in terms of
I would say so.
survival of the fittest. And
Yeah. Well, they're the lions, right? They're the lions in the wild they created.
they're the lions. Nah, they're more like the
vultures.
the sharks, right?
Oh, the sharks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, they don't have arms. They don't have legs.
They're prehistoric.
Yeah.
All of them.
They're still just fish.
Speaking of that, did you see there's a Mark Zuckerberg, a lawyer, is suing the Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO, because his law practice has gotten like bad publicity because they're getting it confused with the real the meta Mark Zuckerberg.
So they're suing Mark Zuckerberg for false advertisement on Meta?
It might be like maybe like a defamation type deal.
Defamation of character for the lawyer.
For the lawyer, yeah. Something like that.
Because Meta didn't verify them.
That'd be funny, right? Yeah. He's like, why am I shadow banned? I'm going to sue the Mark Zuckerberg.
This fucking guy. I got 5 stars on Google. I only get 2 on Meta. What's going on here?
That's like we had a girl on here. Her name is Bonnie Blue. Like, that's a real name. Middle name's Blue. First name's Bonnie. And she was considering suing the porn girl.
Or is also Bonnie Blue.
You don't know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
Man, she's the girl who went for the record. She
Don't look it up.
She fucked 1,000 guys in a day or something.
Fucked 1,000 guys in a day.
It was a little bit more. It was like 1,050 or something.
Wow.
Just because she wasn't sure if all of them were going to show up.
And then she's also pretty nice because she was like, those 50 were
I'm
waiting.
sure you have to be pretty nice to fuck 1,000 guys a day. That's a pretty generous act, I'd say. Yeah.
She was like, I got to 1,000, but there were 50 guys that waited the whole time, so fuck it. I guess I'll fuck them too.
We wanted clarification on this lawsuit.
All right. What does this say? A U.S. lawyer with the same name as Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is suing the social media platform, arguing it keeps suspending his account, so kind of close, while falsely accusing him of impersonating a celebrity. Mark S. Zuckerberg says his account has been disabled 5 times over the past 8 years, and it has cost him thousands of dollars in lost business. The Indiana bankruptcy attorney, oh God, that's a shrewd guy. Attorney's lawsuit states that he has been practicing law for 38 years, ever since Mark E. Zuckerberg, now one of the richest men in the world, was a toddler. Oh, he's big dogging him. He's big dogging him. He's like, I've been doing this before you were fucking around, kid.
Bro, you're on his platform.
I know. I
So
know.
what do you-
Yeah. It's not funny, Mr. Zuckerberg told some news station. Not when they take my money. Okay. All right.
So he's advertising on his platform.
Yeah.
And then Mark is disabling his account
Yeah.
for
I guess impersonating him.
impersonating.
Yeah.
What kind of lawyer is he?
What did it say? It said the kind.
He's a bankruptcy attorney.
Bankruptcy attorney. Okay.
Ooh.
So if you file bankruptcy, this is in
So
Indiana.
Facebook's his demographic.
Yeah, right. There's a bunch of middle-aged people with nothing going on. They defaulted on other...
Are they on the verge of bankruptcy? No.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say,
Ask Mark, bro.
that's him taking a crack at it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's wild shit. Did you see the fucking... They released the birthday book at Epstein's 50th birthday?
They made a book.
They had like one of those signed, like, congratulations, happy birthday.
What the fuck was in it? Just all the guys who signed it? Or?
Well, there was Trump. It was like, Trump signed it, and
They released that?
they released that, yeah. And like a voice, they got the audio of it, and they transcripted it. That's what it was.
What?
Yeah. I forgot. Let me see if I can find it. What exactly it was? He's like he said, to many secrets. I hope every day is is something.
Dude, I've been getting more news in this room just now than in
Yeah.
the past week.
This is what we do, bro.
I get my news normally from Nardwar, so.
Yeah. That dude, how does he know everything?
Yeah, he knows everything.
That
man.
guy's a sicko.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, man.
Okay, this is what it says. Voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. Donald. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I know what it is. Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald. This is the weirdest part.
Wait, who writes in their own birthday book?
A pal. I don't know. This
Yeah,
says
dude.
voiceover. I don't know what this is.
Not only that, but they're thinking that they're immortal.
Yeah, right. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Whoa. What the fuck? What are they talking about?
And they were on the island when they wrote this?
Where else would you have a birthday, dude? You got to be on an island. Yeah.
Yikes. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like when I get to the point that I have my own island, I wouldn't invite anybody.
No, that's what you get an island for.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what you get an island for.
Just the people who you'd want to kill over there. I don't know.
You invite your enemies to that
Yeah,
island.
yeah.
not people you. Well, I guess this is probably what they were saying.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll invite some people over and we'll compromise them.
That's crazy, man.
But islands aren't that expensive. They're really not that expensive.
Really?
Like, there's some. It depends.
What's the cheapest island? Let's make a
find this,
bid
dude.
right now.
I feel like we've looked this up. You can get an island.
Super cheap. What does it cost? A fucking can of Doritos? Is that what it costs?
Yeah, it's a Pringles Dorito can. That's actually what it floats on. The island is artificial. It depends if you want electricity or not.
You can get a half an acre off the island, the mainland of Maine right now for $39,000.
Okay, that's a half an acre.
But that's
They bought
Maine
a
too.
whole
That
ass
sucks.
island.
That's Maine too. Nobody wants an island off the coast
Okay.
of Maine.
Oh wait, you said $39,000?
$39,000.
That's pretty fucking cheap.
Yeah, I thought it
That's
was
much
gonna
cheaper
be
than a
at least-
house.
You
Dude.
can't get 39. You can't get half an acre not on the water.
I was
for
gonna
that.
say I thought it would be at least $1 million.
Dude, I'm telling you, some of them are like 5 figures, like that.
97 acre island up the Hudson River in upstate New York for $700,000.
Okay, how
See,
many?
that sounds more-
How many acres is that?
97 acres.
Yeah, that's fucking big. That's like a forest. You get your own forest.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando had his own fucking island, and he didn't. I mean, maybe he fucked people, but you know, nothing that bad.
There's websites like buyanisland.com.
Private
Private
island.
island online.
Dude, these are
that
nice.
sounds like such a lost domain name. Like you could just reserve that.
It was like a
These are
guy
sick.
who he used to put
I'm gonna
like
get an island.
countertops in kitchens. Buyanisland.com. I know, dude. Look at this.
If I stop showing up to the show, you know where I'm at. I'm in Panama.
Holy fuck, dude. These are nice. But see, here's the thing: you go there and there's no electricity. This guy, he's got a house, so you might be okay. Some of them, the cheaper they are,
Yeah, you want an island where you can build something.
yeah, you need a grid.
Yeah.
You need a fucking grid. You need something. What is that? That's a whole fucking colony.
4 acres off the coast of Florida.
You remember when? I remember when I first heard about Amazon. You could buy a house off Amazon. You remember hearing that? You could get it delivered and you put it together like on a piece of land.
No.
And it's cheap. It's like the price of an island. It's like $60,000 or something. I thought that was new, dude. Sears used to do that. Sears Roebuck in like the early days in like 1908, you could buy a house for like $600 and drop it off.
Well, Amazon's just becoming what, Zillow now? Is that you can just buy houses in certain areas?
Well, you can get anything on Amazon, right? You can get fucking pharmaceuticals. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
pharmacy.
I just got a fucking like cat flea medication for my cat
Oh, you're a cat guy?
on Amazon. So yeah, you can get anything pretty much through Amazon.
You always fuck with cats?
You know what? I took in a cat like almost about a year ago, because my boss had a friend who was kind of ill and couldn't take care of her anymore, so I took her in.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah. I always like cats.
yeah.
A little more than dogs.
I was always a dog guy growing up. I had dogs. I never had cats, but this cat's definitely grown on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have cats in here?
No, God, no. I feel like it would smell so bad.
They did. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, you need a litter. It's a lot of upkeep for them, but at the same time they're very self-maintaining. They
Yeah.
groom themselves, and they don't, if you train them well, they're not too much of a problem, hassle. Whereas dogs, I feel like, are all right, let me walk you 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can't do it.
yeah, you gotta take a bag and walk with a bag full of shit down the block every other day, like every day. Like, fuck, man.
See, my family is they're all immigrants. I'm the first one in America, so when they see how people here treat their dogs, it's like, man, you're gonna pick up your dog's shit. Like, I get it. You want to
Right.
keep things clean, but it's just funny. Like,
So where'd your parents immigrate from?
My dad's Portuguese and my mom's Italian. So, in those places, the dogs stay the fuck outside. They don't come in the
Right.
restaurant.
Yeah.
They stay outside. I don't care if you're blind. I don't care if your ears ring because you're in a war. The dog stays outside, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, they treat them like that, but they they're still like the dogs are still in like good condition over there, right? Or no?
Yeah. But they also, I mean, again, I've only been in select part, but they don't, they kind of, the dog's not on a fucking a skincare regimen.
Not about to get put them in a beauty contest.
Yeah.
So you've been to Portugal and you've been to Italy?
Yes. Yeah.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, I went to Italy
What's your favorite?
Yeah, what was your favorite part? So Portugal, I haven't been to like mainland Portugal. My dad's from the islands. They got these islands, the Azores, or what they're called.
You have your own island now.
Exactly.
You have your own island in Portugal. You didn't even tell us about it.
Price check.
Yeah. Let's see how much is fucking Antonio's island is worth now. Let's try to make a bid for it.
That place is nice if you want like a tropical vacation, because it is like islands and it's very cheap. Italy's dope. It's expensive. I mean, I didn't pay for it. I got flown out by a pimp.
By a pimp?
My grandmother.
We're in Italy.
So we did a tour for 10 days. The first 3 were in Rome, which is like a big, dirty, nasty city.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's just a big touristy. I mean, you get to see cool shit, the Colosseum and whatever, but once you get past that, it's like New York,
Wow. I never would have. Okay.
Busy. Like, and then we did 5 days. No, the rest of it was in the Amalfi Coast, which is like southern Italy coast. It's like the pictures you see where there's like houses and cliffs and shit overlooking the water.
Right.
That type of shit.
Yeah.
And that was
Coast,
beautiful.
I heard it's beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of I know a lot of people who back down in Florida who were just like really wealthy would go take trips to the Amalfi Coast.
Oh, yeah.
When they had like could get off work. Dude, I haven't had a vacation in so long.
I know that was the next thing I was going to say.
Anymore, dude. So when they take vacation days, oh my god.
Yeah, right. Because your job, we don't get
No.
vacation. I'm a bartender, so
Yeah,
I
and
get
I
it.
work in a coffee shop, so
Yeah.
it's like every day. And whenever I fucking do get a day off, it's like now I'm just going to one of my buddy's weddings.
Oh,
And
that
it's
sucks.
like, yeah, fuck.
I gotta go to this fucking
Dude,
wedding.
and then I gotta spend money and buy a fucking tux and wedding
Yeah.
gifts and shit. I don't even want to be.
It's true.
No. Of course, I love you guys, but fuck you. No,
Yeah. This mics I could be hitting for free.
no,
For
man.
free.
No, it's more just like I don't know, man. If I want to go to the Amalfi Coast,
Yeah,
fuck you.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
want to
for
fucking
sure.
live a little, man.
Yeah,
I can get material that way,
sure.
Yeah.
I felt like this past summer, I don't know if everybody felt this way, but I felt like it was kind of boring.
This past summer.
I felt like it was boring.
Yeah.
I felt like nobody did anything.
Yeah.
Nobody has any money to fucking travel or do anything.
Right.
All my friends, everyone I know was just kind of working, sticking around.
Yeah.
Nobody did anything exciting.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, for the 4th, I just went to the park
Yeah.
and watched the fireworks there, man.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I mean, last few 4ths were kind of cool. You go to the by the river and see the fireworks.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Get there
Right.
live. But I heard this year they didn't even happen or something.
Oh, really?
I don't even. Yeah, like I saw on like a comics page, they were like they baited us or whatever. And it
Didn't even happen.
didn't even happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And yeah, it was like I just did it by myself, but it was like, yeah, I don't know. It's that's interesting that you bring that up because it's like I feel like people are like more selective on how they spend their time now, or they're just like spending more time with family,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Or everybody's legitimately poor.
yeah.
I think that's another portion of it. Or at least everyone we know.
Yeah, except you, Antonio. You have your own island.
That's right. That I can go to whenever I want. I can go on vacation right now. That is funny, though.
Take me with you.
Yeah. Because that's the next thing I was going to say, where it's like, I haven't been on a vacation since going to like a real vacation, like
Since
I get on
going
a
to
plane.
Italy. How long ago was that?
I was in high school.
Okay.
And I was probably 16.
Wow. And you haven't been on vacation since.
Not a real one, like a week, like a staycation in Vermont or something. Sure,
Right.
But nowhere like new and exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
Where would you want to go next if you could vacation?
Shit. I'd probably want to go to like Amsterdam's on the list. Mm-hmm. Amsterdam seems dope. I think everyone wants to go to Thailand, or most.
Really?
Well, he's already been. So.
You've already been?
Yeah.
Bachelor party?
No, I just wanted to go.
Yeah. See, this guy, he's got a real job. You and I are making drinks for people.
Just wanted to fuck a hooker in Bangkok.
Yeah.
All right. So wait. So where'd you say? Where would you want a vacation to? You said Amsterdam.
Amsterdam would be sick. I
Red
would
light
go
district?
to Thailand too. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. If you're already out there, I know both places are just known for prostitutes.
Yeah, a little
Thailand
bit.
and Amsterdam.
You guys are like,
And drugs.
We're scratching them off the list now. This is our bucket list since we were kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't blame you, man. I think my cousin went to Amsterdam. He got went to the red light district. And
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll see when it's legal. That means they chose to do it. That's the other.
Right. There is still the
Yeah.
stigma and stereotypes that come along with it, but yeah,
Yes, of course.
it's like weed.
Yeah.
Even though it's legal now, you're still a pothead.
Mm-hmm.
You're still.
Although I won't lie, I mean, people roll weed everywhere, dude. I was in the gym today. There's a guy rolling a joint in the locker room.
Really?
I walked in there.
I
was
mean,
like,
I used to do that when it was illegal.
twisting that. Yeah. For sure. That's true too.
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah. I was crazy growing up, but
No more, right? You don't smoke weed anymore.
I haven't smoked weed. And it's funny too because I have weed in my house, but that's just because you get them from comedy shows and stuff shit like that. But I haven't smoked in a while. Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been straight edge. I've been sober for a minute. I'm not the type of dude that counts. I don't have like a specific number of days and I post. I've been sober for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
But as long as like I'm putting out good quality art and I can draw back from those times and I still have my memory and like I'm good. You know.
Is that what stopped it? Was it like stopping you?
It was
being
more
productive,
like
or-
I was. What stopped it for me? That's a good question. I think there was just it took up a large portion of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking weed and getting drunk and that there was like more that I wanted to do with my life. And I didn't want that to take any more than it already had. I mean, you already sleep a third of your life, you know? So
Sure.
it's like weed, then munchies, then sleep.
It's just extra sleep, pretty
that
much.
just was a cycle for like 5 years at least.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I still went to school and I still had jobs, and it was like outside of that, I couldn't build anything that for myself, you know, like that I wanted to, that I thought would be dope and cool. And I kind of had to just like, it was more just like me divvying up my time to like work on things that I thought are cool at this time in this juncture in my life, and that I think I could build, it'd be cool for people to see and want to be a part of.
Right. Did that come with stand up, or did you already stop before then?
I
or-
wasn't as big of a stoner when I did stand up. When I started doing stand up, I was still doing it, but on like rarer occasions, like if it was a comic party or like if it was, it definitely died back a lot for me when I started taking stand up more seriously. But I definitely like talking about it in my stand up, and I feel like I have a lot of funny stories from it that I feel like if I did it while I was high, it wouldn't even do justice to the bit. Because it's like, for me to, when I can't be drunk or high when I'm doing stand up, because it's like, I feel like I'm serving the people when I'm doing stand, because I want to do the best job. It's like it's a job. people don't, and it's not only a job. Like for us, it's like a dream.
Oh
It's
yeah.
our dream job.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like I could be high, but like you don't want to like. I want my shit to be memorable. I want to be timeless. You know, when I'm doing this, so it's like I gotta like make sure like they're getting their bang for their buck, and if I want to get paid, that they get every cent it's worth. You know.
Right. Yeah, that's the shift, I think. Once you start to get on shows where people pay money to be there, then
Yeah.
it's like, we need to do the right thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. It's more like this stopped being the cool, like smoking weed. That stopped being cool. The cool thing is like, those were the good old days. Let's talk about it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like that's, you know, like let's talk about like where we think the world's going, like how those days shaped our views of the world now,
Right.
and like where, you know, how it shaped our outlook, right? Which I think we couldn't. I mean, you needed those times to be able to express that now. Have your own opinion, being able to look back on those times and be like, yeah, maybe if I stayed in school, I wouldn't have done that or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
But at the same time, you wouldn't trade that because you had so much fun, and it was a fucking day. You got off school, like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah, I feel like weed and alcohol, the tolerance switches. Like when when I was smoking weed like hardcore, I felt like I could just keep going. There was no anxiety. There was no, you know, I wouldn't get worried.
Tolerance built up fast, yeah.
But for whatever reason, I got to an age where maybe a few years ago where I still smoke weed now, but not nearly as much because maybe it's just gotten stronger. I know that that's true too. But now I couldn't imagine smoking a whole joint without stopping and like putting it out and going back to it. Like back in the day, I could just face a blunt and be like, haha, nice.
Yeah.
You know? Now I can't do that. But with alcohol, it switches, right? Because or at least for me, early on, you drink and you get hammered quick, and then time goes on. Now it's like I can pretty much, you know, you figure out how to drink, if that makes sense, and because of that, you can go longer. With weed, you figure out how to get high, and you almost dial it back a little bit. I think that's how it feels for me, at least. I don't know.
What'd you start with smoking weed? You start with an apple? Or you start with
I smoked a blunt.
You smoked a blunt your first time?
Yeah, my
Damn, I think that was my first time.
yeah.
I think that was my first. Like, I'm trying to remember, but I don't even know if I can go that far back. But yeah, it was either a blunt or an apple. Some shit. Yeah.
Everyone does the apple.
Or a bowl. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I mean that'll hit. Yeah, that'll get you.
We had my buddy's older brother. He smoked weed. Like he was probably 19, 18, and we were 16, 15 maybe. And he got it for us, rolled it up for us and everything.
And he smoked it with you?
No. He just gave it to his brother. And then
that was the last time I touched weed. Is I rolled a pearl for somebody. And then I just gave it
nice.
to him.
See, that's nice though.
Yeah,
you still have your skills.
That's my servitude to the community. Yeah. I'll roll for you. I'll roll you something nice.
You still have the skills.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't go away.
I used to roll daily, not only joints but blunts. And yeah, I used to roll cross joints.
Oh, really? Those are nice.
And
that's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're creative and you want to do something, yeah, I try to. I mean, because when I first started, it was like, yeah, you do a couple of times with the blunt. I think that was my first time too. But it was like when you were like starting your own, or maybe like another person or a couple other people, it's like, yeah, joints, then blunts, or joints, bowls, then blunts. Mm-hmm. And then you go back to a bong, and then you start with the rig, and then you get fucking oil pens, and then it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the oil pen thing.
And that's how it gets. Like, that's how they get you too, with the price gouging. Like, you spending so much on just to fucking fry your brain at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
Thank God. I just didn't see that as my future too. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's, you saw it early on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is this misconception that weed is good for everybody. And,
Yeah.
it's definitely not the case.
There's definitely, yeah. I think it's what's that? It's that gate. It's I have a joke now that I'm working on where it's like they say weed is the gateway drug, but they never say to start with heroin.
Yeah.
But it is a gateway drug because they say that weed has never killed anybody. But there's like so much fentanyl overdoses now, and you see it's laced in the weed, and they don't attribute it to weed. It's called a fentanyl overdose, but it's in the weed.
Right.
So I mean, yeah. When I was like saw that, I was like, man, this could happen to anybody.
Yeah, that's another part of it too,
Yeah,
right?
that's another part of it. And it's like when you're meeting new people in this, and when you're smoking weed, it's like you don't know who's who. Like you really gotta like be careful.
Yeah.
Because I started smoking when I started playing hockey, younger, and I knew those boys, and we all stayed together, and we kept playing hockey. So it was like, yeah, we're
was
on
just
this
a thing to
ride
do.
together, and it was just like, yeah, a day trade. Like it was just like we would just do it when we got off the ice, and we'd all still be boys, and we'd all see each other in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but when I moved up to New York, I was like, New York is a different beast than any other place. You can't really. You can't really control all the variables, and I'm
Right.
not seeing those guys every day, so I'm just like, all right, you're coming in the bodega a little hot. I'm gonna steer clear of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just always be aware. Always, one of my hockey coaches was like, oh, keep your head on a swivel. And he grew up, I think, here in Boston, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, the way of life from a big city to you're from a suburb, or
I'm from Boynton Beach. I was born in Boynton Beach, conceived in New Yonkers.
okay. And then they moved down south.
Yeah, and then yeah, I grew up on the water.
Okay.
So, Delray Beach. Yeah, it was
Nice.
Yeah, I had a very lucky childhood.
Yeah,
I was able to do all the sports and do everything. And, yeah.
but generally pretty tame, I would think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you still had to be. I still learned my street smarts.
Sure.
From one of my parents who was born in New York, and they definitely taught me. But, yeah, for the most part, yeah, this was like that was like a playground to what this is.
Of course, yeah. Comparatively,
This is like a field.
Yeah.
Of the playground.
Yeah.
That's how I can compare it.
And I mean, I'm sure you've been in other major cities. They're still not the same.
No.
It's still not the same. It's faster than back home, but it's not the same as this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is crazy too, because once you go international, and then you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
You think New York is the center of the world? Nah.
Have you been other places internationally?
I've been to Japan.
That's the one I was gonna bring, because that's like
I went to Japan. That was like so fast. People sit down to eat, they don't even talk to one another. They're just like leave.
Let's go.
And then the next person sits where you're sitting.
Yeah.
Like it's literally that schedule.
Holy fuck.
It's that fast. So it's like when I went there, I got the rail pass, and they got the bullet trains.
Those are crazy fast.
Bro, I'm going like
It's like 300 miles an hour.
300 miles an hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
300 miles an hour, and it'd take you anywhere in Japan within 2 hours.
Holy fuck.
And I started off in Tokyo, and then I went to Osaka and Fukuoka. Then I climbed Mount Fuji.
Oh shit.
That was dope. I went to Hiroshima. And then I think I ended the trip in Shibuya. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. How long was the trip?
About 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
You went alone?
I met one of my cousins. He lives in Vietnam, and I met up with he met me there.
Gotcha.
but pretty much just stayed in hostels and kind of just like backpacked and went around. It was very, very awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it when you travel.
When you're young
Yeah.
and you're just getting out of college and you got some savings and you want to experience the world before you get tossed into a cubicle, yeah, do that.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's my reasoning why I've never gone on a cruise. Like, I feel like
I've been on cruises.
you
never
like
gone on a
cruises?
cruise?
No, and I think I don't know if I'd like it.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, the Titanic's only happened once. Otherwise, they would have made another movie. about it.
It's true.
But I think.
What about the pirates?
Yeah, the pirates. Unless you're going to Somalia, you got your own island,
Carnival.
Antonia. You don't need to be going to Somalia, bro. I think the cruises are fun as a kid.
Yes.
I know people who've talked about. I know comics who've talked about doing cruise shows, and to me, that's crazy.
That sounds like death.
Yeah, but if the pay's good, maybe. But but I grew up going on cruises like to the Bahamas and stuff like that because I was from Florida, and so when I go to the Bahamas, it was fun. It was like rides, and then you're done. It was like a night or two, and it was fine. But if you're on a cruise like for longer than that, I can see how you can get seasick and it's just terrible. But so I mean now, I don't know how I'd feel about doing the cruise. When I was picturing myself doing stand up, I never saw myself being a cruise comic. So I'm like,
Yeah.
But, I mean, right now I've been getting offers to go on the road, and I'm not doing it.
Really?
No.
Why not?
I don't have the fan base yet, man. I want when I'm on the road, I don't want to be barking people into shows, bro.
Right.
People to be wanting to come see me, having the venue sold out, have them deal with it. I've already produced enough shows where I'm just like, I know how this works. So if I'm going on the road, it's got to be like set up in advance, and it's got to be like if people want to see me,
Gotcha.
do 45 minutes to an hour, even more. Like I can do that, but it's got to be like, it's got to be already in place. Like I can't do all that.
What if you went with like another comic? Like I'm like, hey, Adiel, I need someone, to do 15 minutes with me in Maryland. That's not something you'd be interested in. I'm proposing it now. No, I'm kidding.
For a show?
Yeah. Not like you got to bark, but it's a show. There's a show. There's a guy that's producing a show, and there's going to be people there.
I'm opening for you?
Something like that, yeah. Feature,
so yeah,
whatever.
I mean, if I'm doing one spot, if it's not, that's not a tour.
Okay, so you're saying this opportunity was a tour, but you'd have to like get asses in seats yourself as well. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's got to be like at least shows sold out.
Right.
Like,
I get what you're saying.
I want to draw. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have all this material and I come out and there's 3 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done enough of those shows.
Yeah.
We've all done enough of those shows.
Yeah.
And it's like you're working towards that, so I'm like, I might as well just get good since I'm a New York comic now, and just there's that 10,000 hours rule or whatever, and it's like 10 years to get good. So it's like, I'll just get good in New York for 10 years. That's how there's a comic, Alex Payne, who gave me that advice too, or said he saw me doing that or whatever, and I was like, I moved up here to do comedy in New York. I didn't move up here to just pack up and go somewhere else. And you see shows like, Louis or Gaffigan Show, even Seinfeld. They're like, Seinfeld he's doing all this stuff in New York, but those guys, when they do go on the road, they're already seasoned. They're already they've been doing this for 20, 30 years. Of course, so it's like when they're doing shows in front of packed out rooms, it makes sense because it's like they've been on they've already done it. So it's like,
yeah. And now you can really pack a room out with your own audience. Like, it seems like comics now can have a very specific, because of the podcast portion of stand-up that's become a whole thing now. I think that people can build an audience. Like, for example, my favorite modern comic, I guess you could say, is Tim Dillon. Mm-hmm. And that guy has a very specific niche that he hits with his show his podcast. So then when you go see him live, you're not surprised. It's people that already listen to his show and kind of already know the deal.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's not to like talk about other comics.
No, yeah, whatever.
But
I feel like that's the new model.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like I have material that I normally change up every 2 weeks to keep my creative process flowing.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong, I still have like a bunch of material like where if you saw me, you'd be like, oh, it makes sense he does that joke. But you're a comic, you've seen me a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like, there's this comic, Patton Oswalt, who has this great quote. I think he got it from Chris Rock, where he was on the David Cross podcast, and he was like, if you have an hour and you go on the road and you do that same exact hour, you'll have fans, but they'll never come to another show.
Right.
If you do an hour special, you go on the road and you do an entirely new hour, totally different hour, you'll have fans the rest of your life.
Sure.
And like they'll come to wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, I feel like maybe I'm kind of building that ability where it's like I can do an hour. Like I'm getting good enough. Like maybe that's what the 10 years is for me. Every comic's different, but it's like if I was to do 10 years, I would want to be able to pump out an hour special at the end of those 10 years.
Right.
The end of that 10 years. And then be able to go on the road and do entirely new material and kill.
Yeah. And also by that point, you'd hope 10 years in, you can develop an hour, not quickly, but quicker than you would, right? Like if the accumulation of those 10 years is 1 hour, you've also gained a lot of experience and skills to where the point maybe you can get a new hour in, I don't know, a year and a half or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it doesn't take as long to produce an album either at that point because you've already been through the legwork. You've done the legwork. And you have the pieces in place and the network to make it happen. So, yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, my point was like, you know, you can have a media presence, you know, and I'm not saying that it's the right way, but, and this sucks for comics like us who are, you know, on the come up, but you see someone on TikTok who's not really a comic, but they have millions of followers and they sell out a comedy club and they go up there and they do something. That's not necessarily stand-up, but people pay money to go see it. Or they do stand-up and they're not good at stand-up, but comedy clubs book them, theaters book them because they have a big name. But on the flip side of that, there's also guys like, I don't know, whoever your favorite podcast comedian, everyone likes Cumtown, you know, fucking Nick Mullen or Adam Friedland or even, what's dude, Schultz, the Bad Friends. I mean, it's endless. There's so many fucking podcasts where they're able to build an audience there and then go and do stand-up as two separate things, you know? And I think it's somewhat of an advantage, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they build off each other.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, my favorite. It's funny, though, because I feel like sometimes it's not easily transferable for comics to podcasting. Like, I used to listen a lot to What the Fuck with Mark Maron.
Sure.
And I thought he was a great podcast host. And his stand-up is good, too, but it's not my go-to.
Right.
But I'd still watch it.
Yeah.
Because of the podcast. So I get what you're saying with that.
I think people feel that way with Rogan, too, if we're being honest. I mean, aside from all the political shit.
I'll watch Rogan for the guests.
Yeah.
For
that
sure.
too. That too. Yeah.
But...
Sure.
I
But
mean,
most people don't think his stand-up's funny, I think.
You know, you just you don't realize sometimes it's just, you don't realize it till it's too late too. It's like I saw one of his specials, and then I think this was like before I started doing stand-up here seriously. I was like, this isn't bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. And then I went up here and I saw other comics, and then I would watch older comedy specials, and I'd see like where the inspiration came from those bits that he had, and I was like, oh, like this, never mind. But I mean, you know, I'm not discrediting any comic in the game. I feel
Sure.
like, you know, everybody has their own lane, so it's more like, yeah, what you want to do and what you want to get good at.
Yeah,
You should concentrate on.
right. And I agree with you. We're just talking preferentially, but I agree with you where it's like they're living our dream. We can't talk that much shit on them. We can say, okay, I don't know that I might not think they're funny.
They've also they're a lot significantly older. It's not like they give a shit.
Yeah, right.
But
And they're millionaires.
yeah, they're at where they're at, and we're at where we're at. And this is, bro, you got a dope setup. Like we're in New York. They're in fucking Houston, bro. That shit
Fucking
sucks.
Is it harder to
Austin.
do stand up when you're like that famous though? Like say like Rogan, like everybody watches him already, so like they know they're
You have your
train
own
of thought.
fucking
so, like, how
club.
can he come up with something to misdirect somebody? Or,
Right,
like, a
right.
punchline that no one's heard before because so much content he's had. You think it's harder?
No.
Or someone like Seinfeld who just does the same shit all the time.
Right.
Yeah, and look at him.
You could just do the same shit all the time
Yeah.
and be fine, you know,
Yeah.
and just have your audience. But you make a good point because Louis C.K. did this or stated this where he was like,
It's harder to misdirect people, right? Like or like have a punchline that's new. Or,
yeah. Well, he would maybe he still does it. He would go do shows in places that wasn't necessarily his audience. That's probably why big comics do drop-ins at like the Cellar or whatever because they're not expecting anybody. But for him, he thought that his material was getting too geared toward a particular audience. So he would go to some other place where he met, you know, if he knows that his target audience isn't in Montana, he's going to go do shows in Montana. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he still does that, but he did do that for a while. That was something that he said.
Right.
But to your point, you know.
It makes sense as a New York-based comic.
Yeah.
Because I have so many jokes just from here that if I were to go on the road, I'd have to scratch a quarter of my material.
Yeah. Subway joke.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Subway joke, bus joke, just random shit, rat joke.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it's a part of New York. It's not something I've lived in those places, which is like, I mean, also too, a big thing with seasoned comics that's like they've done the work to not have to do a mic.
Right.
They could just say a joke. Like that's how you want it. You want to not be able to think and have the joke come out and it hits and everybody relates to it and it's funny.
Yeah.
You don't want to fucking like do a mic and test it out. You've done that, right?
Yes.
For those how many years you wanted to get good in a place and make that your home base. So it's like when guys like Louis or, you know, I'll name drop, you know, Todd Barry, Mark Maron, Dave Chappelle, like those guys come up with something, they might not even write it down. They'll just go up and say it at a show. And it's like, they can do that.
Well, that little show, that comedy club drop-in spot, kind of becomes their mic. It just comes off as a different,
right.
you know.
They're our shows are their mics. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. But, you know, it's true because I think the ultimate comedian, I think the ultimate artist in general is when there's no separation between their vessel and whatever it is that they're thinking. Like when you watch your favorite comic, the biggest one, whoever it is, that person is completely there in the moment. There's no...
They live for that moment.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming out as if they were saying it to, you know, some of their friends. You'd imagine, right? That's why we love fucking Jimi Hendrix and we love these guys who it's completely, what's the word? Transcendent, maybe?
Yeah, I watched a documentary on Jimi Hendrix where he didn't talk unless he was spoken to. Like, that's how he was raised.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, the guitar was just another arm for him.
Yeah.
and he played it so seamlessly that he didn't even need to speak outside of what he was playing because it was like people loved you for that. So yeah, and I think that's as comedians how we want. Except for us, we want that to follow us everywhere. Type. I think that's like with the fame, with fame that comes hard to separate that.
Right.
Have a normal. No, I'm just this. You misunderstood me. I mean, you can't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
You got to back up what you're saying at all costs. So,
Yeah.
Be a man of your word.
That's true. Do you want to be famous?
Oh man, that's a loaded question.
Whatever famous means.
I like that. I like where your head's at. I want my work to be timeless and remembered, and
you want people to know
and leave
about
a lasting impact on people, and capture the times and essence of what life is, and have it being meaningful to people. The fame can come and go. Mm-hmm. It's like money. It's like relationships. Unfortunately, I mean, I love you really. For me, it's like the relationships I've had and built are like more meaningful than But I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's nice to see the views and the likes go up, whatever, and for sure. You want to make sure that people are kind of, but sometimes I feel like people are just I know so much talent by so many like deep, good people that I respect that just nobody knows about.
Yeah.
That are so much better than the mainstream that it's like it's not even comparable. And that's not even in comedy. That's in music. That's in, if food, there's so many holes in the walls people don't know about in New York. That's
sure.
Like, you're going to go to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it goes across everything. So it's like, what does fame really mean too? So if you're asking me if I want to be famous, I feel like everybody wants to experience a time being famous, and but yeah, I want the work that I do in comedy and in film, to be like, to live on and be like I would want people to just be that, like, you haven't seen that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's a good feeling.
Sure. Yeah, I think there's a real balancing act when it comes to creating stuff, where it's like you need to follow your own intuition as best as you can and make it the exact way that you want it. But you also need to have in the back of your mind that there needs to be an audience. Like, some people need to like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I feel like where the faith builds in. Yeah, you kind of have faith that people somewhere is going to want to see this, and it's going to help them, relate to them, inspire them, whatever it may be. Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can go full bore, I don't give a fuck about the audience.
No.
You can't do that completely, There needs to be some of that.
You grow out of that.
Yeah.
For sure, and that teaches everybody.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. This was good. I think we're going to put a bow on this fucker.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, it feels like it was 20 minutes, bro.
We did a little over an hour. We did like 120, right? Hour 20, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Hell
that was
yeah,
a
dude.
Breeze, man. I needed this. This is my therapy.
Hell yeah, dude. We'll do it again. We'll bring Isaiah on
yeah,
next time,
man.
too.
Bring Isaiah on. Shout out Isaiah Mueller, man.
Do all your plugs where people can find you.
Yes.
New stuff coming out.
So just dropped a little sizzle reel for promo for the comic book we're about to release called To the Streets. First edition based off of our comedy sketch show live action comedy sketch show called To the Streets with me and Isaiah Mueller. Shout out Isaiah Mueller. You can watch it on YouTube, Spotify, Vimeo, and also, we got these shirts made for To the Streets. So we got these made at Caffeine Underground.
Nice.
Shout out Caffeine Underground and Ian Ford, my boss, for allowing me to make these. where it's a place where I work, and it's also a place where I do sketch comedy videos. We have a mini series called The Shop that takes place at Caffeine Underground. Ian's also in them. Isaiah's in a few of them, and we make them all together and collaborate on them, and that's been awesome to make. Get you on one of those soon.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, it'll be fun. Write a little something for you. And then we did right after To the Streets, we did a mini series as well called Bad Therapy. You could also stream that on YouTube and Vimeo. And it was like a compilation of 5 videos, but they were like 5 minutes long. They're in the sketch festivals circuit right now.
Oh, cool.
So we submitted them to some festivals, but we did them. Shout out Nula Studios for allowing us to film there. We did those there. We had some comics on for that. That was fun to make. But yeah, that was pretty much everything I wanted to plug.
Links to all of that in your Instagram?
Links to all of that on my Instagram, adielzk.com.
Nice.
ltrainproductions.com. You can find everything there. You can find these there. You can buy these if you want.
Sick.
Stickers and all too.
Hell yeah. Thanks again, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure. Pleasure meeting you, Billy.
Totally. All right, guys. We'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.